Just some opening thoughts, so we'll get some questions.
Absolutely. I think first off, just congratulations to Parkersburg South. They played an amazing game. Came out, played extremely hard, and they executed a little bit better than us tonight. But that doesn't define the season that we had in these 3 young ladies and the other 11 that's in the locker room. It's been a truly amazing ride for us this year. When we took over a program 4 years ago, we were 1-21, and to kind of turn that around day by day, step by step. Tiana's been with me all the way through. I mean, we've battled, fist fought pretty much, not necessarily, but pretty close. But what she's turned into as a young lady, as a human being, and on the basketball court, it's been amazing. And then the beautiful part about this game is that this is what happens. Sometimes the ball doesn't necessarily bounce your way, and today it didn't bounce our way. But it definitely does not define the amazing year that these young ladies had. Z has been amazing, just dominating on the boards, handling double teams every single game, sometimes triple. She's just learned from it and just become a better basketball player. We call her Sissy, so that's what I'm going to call her while we're up here, Aviana. But she's amazing. She's a 9th grader. This is her 2nd time here this year, by the way. She was here with volleyball. But just her coming in competitiveness as a freshman has been truly amazing. So I'm lucky to be here with them and have an amazing program like I have right now.
32 minutes of hell defensively, right, Coach? I mean, not a single minute of quit from you guys tonight. I mean, the defense was spectacular.
Absolutely. And they never will. It's like that every day of practice. It's like that. It's been like that in the off season, on the track, and we compete at everything. Whether it's walking out the door first, whether it's getting there Chick-fil-A first, we compete, and we did that tonight. Parkersburg just played well.
You were in the game basically throughout, but it just kind of felt like every time you got it, maybe a little closer than striking distance. You couldn't get over the hump. You would be like 9 or 10, and you get it to 4 or 5, but you never fully get it to a point where you were leading or maybe even tied to apply a little bit more pressure. I mean, fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't execute the way our ability is on the offensive end. We had a lot of uncharacteristic turnovers, and I think that's the stage. It's getting used to being in this environment. In being on this big stage. I think a lot of times we kind of got ahead of our skis, if you will, where we were so excited and ready to get there, and just turned it over through a pass that we maybe should have taken an extra dribble, jumped a double team when we were supposed to wait and rotate, stay glued to our man when we were supposed to, we missed an assignment. But that's all things that we're going to learn from. I mean, that's for us and for who we are, all we do is we just put our head back down and we keep grinding.
Losing a couple of crucial seniors, but a freshman and a sophomore. I mean, you come down here and you get a taste of playing in the state tournament.
Sure.
It can become motivation for what you got coming back, right, Coach?
It is. And we are losing some valuable pieces. Tiana's been, just like I said, truly amazing. Her leadership this year has been unmatched. And it's been on and off the court. Just carrying the girls, and I probably can't even put it into words. Let's just go top to bottom because I want to make sure that I say something about all of them. Ava Rao, she didn't necessarily see a lot of playing time this year, but who that kid is as a person, as a human being, is just truly amazing. She's like 7 sport kids. She plays soccer. She plays lacrosse. She in our regional game, she did the ROTC performance before the game, then changed into her uniform and came out. And she's just been amazing. Maya Williams is another young lady that gave us valuable minutes throughout her career, but suffered a major knee injury last year. Has been working her way back all year, but has been crucial and just a great team leader. Always. We're going to miss her. And then you talk about Jabria, Beard Ewing. Oh, my gosh. I mean, we've only had her for 1 year, but That kid, her personality, her attitude, the things she does on the defensive end, the things she does in the locker room, the text messages at 11 o'clock at night, Coach, here's my breakdown on Parkersburg South, here's my breakdown on Hedgesville, and so on and so forth. It's just been a blessing, to coach her. And then, one that's really sweetened to my heart, because I've only had Tiana and Ayers Hicks for all 4 years, and Ayers has just been amazing. The things that she's going to do as a young lady is just going to be amazing and powerful. And I'm sorry to take up your time for that, but those 5 seniors mean a lot to me, mean a lot to this program, and I wanted to make sure I mentioned all 5.
So, Tiana, take us back to year one. Like you mentioned, your 8th grade year program wins 1 game, new coach comes in, you're thinking, what's the deal with this guy? Fast forward to 4 years later, and you get the opportunity to come down to Charleston, and you win 19 games. I mean, what's that been like to see this program balloon and become as successful as it has?
Honestly, becoming the leader has been like, when I was younger, it's always been something that I've always wanted to do. And playing the point guard position and then switching to shooting guard and learning how to give up the ball and let somebody else lead and just be the vocal cord of the team. It feels really good. Coming in this season, everybody's like ready to go, we're ready to win. And we're looking at each other and we're like, we're really here. And fast forward, we're here, and even though it didn't go our way, we had a really good season.
What makes this such a fun group to play with?
We always have our jokes, and we always get along so well. Like, I would say not even a week, we all bonded really well, and it was like we were best friends for years.
I got to add something there. Just kudos to her. So kind of taking the ball out of her hands from being the point guard and her trusting in me and letting her understand that, like, okay, so you can do multiple things. She's a combo guard that can play the point, but also can also shoot the lights out of the gym. So for us, in the moment, it was better for her to, do other things. She says change leadership, but she didn't change leadership. She still was the leader. She just wasn't dribbling the ball down the court every time. And thank you for that, too.
Ziana, this arena, you don't always get the greatest shooting performances, which means there's always battles in the paint. What was that like today? I mean, you were getting beat up inside. What was that like?
I'm used to it, let's be honest. I feel like I should have passed it out more. I think I should have done that, but at this point, I'm just used to it. It's a normal occurrence. So, wish I would have got some foul calls, but yeah, it's just a normal.
I know it's hard to think about this now, but what's it going to take to get back down here next season?
Same thing we did last season. We got to work in summer, got to work during the off season, get ready, get conditioned, better
Track,
defense. Yeah, better defense, better offense. Got to get back to it.
Aviana, what do you think as a freshman playing on that floor? I mean, it didn't seem like you lacked confidence out there.
I really, coming in here to a new high school, not knowing anybody really. I did a lot of summer workouts with them, and I enjoyed playing with everybody. They made me feel welcome, and yeah.
Any further questions? Coach Lady,
Thank you so much. Okay.
Girls, the rest of the girls are in there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let's just save you some conditioning for tomorrow.
Hello.
All right, members of the media, we have with us from Parkersburg South High School, head coach Ed Davis, players Quinn Boyer, Lindsey Lobson, and Kenna Mays. Coach, no it's late, appreciate your time, just an opening thought, then I'll get some questions.
You know, it was real happy with how we responded, kind of going backwards first to the run that they had in the third quarter. We played a good basketball team, well-coached basketball team. They're going to put a run on you, and they did. But I thought we answered it in the fourth quarter well and bounced back, and that's been kind of us all year. When we've had a little disappointment, we've bounced back and been resilient, and that's one of the best character qualities of many that this basketball team of ours has. And I think that's what impressed me the most as far as the team goes tonight.
Coach, it's well documented how young you guys are, but once you get to this point in the season, freshmen aren't really freshmen anymore. You guys have experience now. How well do you feel like this team has matured up to this point in the season?
Well, I felt we talked, Coach Harvey and I were talking a little bit before the game, and we felt, you know, if it didn't go our way, it was because Martinsburg would play really well, and they're a good basketball team. We didn't think at this point the moment would be too big for us. That didn't cross our mind, no matter how our roster makeup is. You know, I maybe early in the season a couple of times, the moments and the situation might have been, but it hasn't been for a while. And, you know, when we've lost, we've just gotten beat by a better team that day.
What is it about your group that gives you the confidence to, you know, think and I guess have the belief that the stage won't bother you?
Just how they approach things, how they approach their preparation and practice. You know, we got towards the end of the season there, like everybody else, because of the snow and stuff. It seemed like we were playing every day, and I think we got a little tired. And take nothing away, but I think we got a little tired, and we didn't have a chance to correct things in practice. But this is what we see in practice every day, and we have people that are willing to fulfill roles. Each day, no matter what that game or what that practice requires, and so, you know, we weren't worried about that. We were just worried because Martinsburg was really good.
First quarter's kind of back and forth. They scored 11 straight up in the second. Did you see anything in that stretch that stood out?
I think just attacking the basket. We wanted to attack. We got to the line a lot in the second quarter. That's one thing that we didn't do well tonight. Shoot free throws, but we did a little bit in the fourth quarter. But just attacking mentality, and it's hard to run offense against them with the ball pressure. So we just kind of had to attack it or get a quick ball screen or something. And I think that was it. And I think just getting a little bit there. We played really solid man defense on them, and I felt like in the second quarter, and that's a credit. Our kids, I thought, were real connected in that quarter defensively in man, and that's a credit to them.
Lindsey, you had a big night. Can you just tell us a little bit about what was working and when you kind of felt like this matchup would play into your hands?
Well, I think we played great as a team and like moving the ball and stuff. My mindset was just to be aggressive and attack the basket and take what comes to me. I think a lot of our offense was generated by our defense. I think we did a great job flying around and just getting those turnovers and translating that.
They were 2 for 16 from 3. Defensively, did you feel like you did a good job kind of keeping them from getting going outside?
Yeah, I mean, we thought we wanted to take away their penetration as much as possible. What we saw on film, they really attacked the basket well, and so when you take away that, you have to give up something. we wanted to do that. And then I thought our girls did a really good job when we switched to the zone late third, early and into the fourth quarter of adjusting and contesting those three-point shots a little bit, even in the zone. And we haven't played a whole lot we practice a lot, then we're afraid to play it. But today and tonight we played it a little bit more, and I thought they did a really good job getting contesting those shots.
Coach, it seemed like, you mentioned, like you knew they were gonna make a run at you, and they did. But what does it say about your group that I guess like each time they got it within maybe a couple possessions, 4, 5, 6, you guys seem to get it back up to that, 9, 10 range. And I know you're probably, grateful to have some pressure-packed moments, but also more grateful to kind of maintain an arm's length there.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the pressure pack moment. No, I'm just, I think that's kind of been our season in a nutshell, that right there. I mean, we've had games where, we've had lulls and we bounced back and have been real resilient. And I think it's just indicative of how resilient these guys are. Okay, well, we scored now, we need to pick it up and stuff like that, and they really do. I mean, we lost, we lost some games in the season that were disappointing losses, and the next day or 2 days after that, we'd have a big win. And I think we have really short memories, even within the game with things, and we just play the next play, and I think that's something consistent they've done all year.
Martinsburg has a lot of size. Can you talk about what it was like mixing it up in the paint with them?
Wait, sorry. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
They had a lot of size down low. You were kind of matching up with some of them. Just what was that like? How key was that? Did you finish with 6 rebounds?
So during practice, we have a really tall coach. His name's Dan Morris, and we always have to play defense on him, and he's like 6'7". So compared to Dan, those girls they're aggressive and they're good players, but compared to Dan, I mean, he's 6'7", they're like 5'8" or 5'9", so that's kind of helps us. Sorry.
Quinn, what was it like as a freshman getting a game under your belt on this stage in this venue?
It was just really exciting. It was really fun playing out there. Obviously, as a freshman, we have to not rely on our seniors, but go to them for help whenever we need help. They have more experience than us, so they know. I just thought it was really exciting, and we felt really prepared for this moment. We didn't go in thinking, oh, we think we're going to win, we hope we win. We know we can win. We just have to do what we need to do.
That's one thing. Emily Owens and Tay Richards are 2 seniors, and they have steadied the ship for us throughout the year, and they were tonight critical. Emily hit a big shot, and Tay got several plays on defense, and I think they have played well off our youth and our underclassmen, and I give them all the credit in the world for doing that, and they have been big contributors for us.
Any further questions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, guys.